2, 1. Greetings, as Damien would say, and welcome back to another edition of Marriage is Real. Marriage is real.
That's your echo?
Yes.
You got the live sound bites?
I do. So, let's see. I'm trying to see if it'll come up over here so I can share it on my page.
Can you do this? I'll be doing
Then
it.
just push the button.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Hey, y'all.
Princess.
Hi, Princess Valencia.
JB, Jason.
Hey, folks. Miss Diva Johnson with attitude. I always say your whole name because I love that.
Dude, this ain't too close to my face. Is this too close to my face? I know I got a big head, so I'll make sure it ain't too.
No, I think it's fine.
It's fine. Welcome. Happy daylight savings time.
Yes, Lord. And I still can't. I ain't ready. My body ain't caught up with it yet.
Did anybody have trouble getting up this weekend? This morning. I know I did. I had trouble getting up.
I had trouble getting up 5 minutes ago. I'm tired today.
Sweet Mel, what's going on? What's up, Johnny? Is anybody dealing with allergies? Like my eyes is itching right
Where y'all
now.
tuning in from? Y'all know every week I do this right here.
Yeah.
It's a delay. Like when we come up here, it's not here, so I can't share it right away. So I gotta wait until it starts to stream. Yeah. See, because right here don't even say it.
Princess said I don't work weekdays, so I enjoyed it.
Right. Oh my God. Okay, so let's see.
Married men don't talk. What we talking about tonight?
Married men don't talk.
Don't talk.
Okay.
I said don't talk. See, reading is fundamental.
Hey, married men don't talk. Welcome.
We're gonna kind of rehash something that we talked about so for people that didn't get a chance to tune in Thursday. We had a great time with Fab Wives out of North Carolina. We had a great conversation with them, so we just kind of wanted to hit on a couple of those things and try to be more punctuality.
But what was the topic? You still ain't said what the topic was.
I was waiting for you to say it.
No, you can introduce it. This is near and dear to your heart.
Whatever.
To y'all's heart, men don't talk. I'm sure married men don't talk.
We talked about intimacies, like I always say.
That's what you always say?
Yeah, I call it intimacies.
So
what's up, Kevin?
Basically, we'll be talking about today when you are sexually rejected by your spouse. When they tell you no. The title of the little series we did was Not Tonight, Honey.
Yeah.
So that's what this is
Hey,
about
Stephanie.
tonight. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Where y'all on Instagram? Somebody tell us where we're from. Last week we had some people in from Atlanta, Georgia. What's up, Pedro? La Familia.
Hey, Pedro.
What's up, bro? Where y'all tuning in from on Instagram? Somebody give me a place. Oh Lord, that's my favorite line.
What's that? Oh, no. Not tonight, honey.
You gonna get exposed. Okay,
Dallas,
Georgia.
Oh, I didn't know it was a Dallas in Georgia. Look, you learn
I'm gonna
something
need you
every
to get on
day.
your geography.
I did horrible in geography because my geography teacher was a coach, and you know they don't teach y'all nothing.
He had y'all writing sentences.
He had us writing definitions every day. That's what we did. and the blue basketball players came in the room and sat down and talked. That's what we did.
Oh, Princess out of Funky Town.
Hey.
For non-Texans, that's Fort Worth.
Hi, Earthsita. How you doing? Welcome from Fat Wives last week. Great topic.
Got y'all.
Okay. So go ahead. I'll let you start.
No, I was just gonna say I wanted to present it in a way that was we got somebody from Louisiana.
Hey,
What's going on?
Lafayette,
Oh,
Louisiana.
Miss Diva
Oh,
from
you from
Louisiana.
Lafayette? Okay. Hey, girl.
You be cooking gumbo and stuff?
If you do, give me
We
some.
like food. Especially me.
Yeah. I like food, but our food don't like me. Let's just say that.
So I had to make it. We made it more palatable and more what's another word besides palatable? Oh,
Digestible?
DC, Maryland, VA. Okay.
Oh wow, DMV.
Welcome, East Coast. Do y'all time change like ours down here?
What is DMV? Married Men Don't Talk. You said it equals DC, Maryland.
DC, Maryland, Virginia, DMV. She ain't do spelling.
Y'all look, it's the time change.
Hey, Allison.
I'm still asleep. Bear with me. I was trying to see if it was an acronym, but it just didn't.
It was.
I didn't get it quick enough. But
it's all good.
Welcome.
Oh, that's a Jordan basketball coach from back in the day.
Oh, hey. I can't remember his first name, but I see your face. I remember you. Basketball coach.
What's going on? Thanks for tuning in.
Dang, I was going to say something. See, this happens to me all the time. And now that I'm tired, it's really.
What's up, Stan?
Okay, Damon, let's go for real. We've been in 5 minutes. We've been saying hello. We're trying to stay on top of our time. So
Okay.
I'm going to let you.
So, like I said, it's just a rehash. So, one of the questions that was posed was, when a man is rejected in that way, Warrior for Life, what's going on?
Hey, hello, Warrior.
How do you, when a husband is rejected by his wife,
Yes.
how do we feel? And so some of the things that I came up with, and this is also after talking to other guys, you know, just not my thoughts and my opinions, but
Right.
you know, other guys as well. Rejected. You feel rejected, powerless, unappreciated, unwanted, and unloved. Just to name a few. Because one of the things that I always say is the person that is not with it is the person that holds all the major keys.
The major keys.
Major keys. Congratulations. You played yourself. Hey, Evan.
I don't know. And so you said you feel powerless and rejected, and what was that?
Unappreciated, unwanted, and unloved.
Okay, right. And I know, ladies, we may feel like he don't feel like that because of the way that it's presented to us. Like they may
How
just
would
say,
you present it? I'd be like this. Look at that bicep.
"What?"
You said presented.
No, I'm saying the way you present it when you are rejected. Like if you trying to proposition and we like, no, I ain't in the mood, or I don't feel like it. You know, instead of a guy saying, you know, that this makes me feel this way, usually you dudes just be like, you always be telling me no.
Yeah.
You always be turning me down. You know what I'm saying? That's a hole.
Yeah.
You ain't got time for that. You know, I didn't say it. I just made the sound.
It's all good, Evan. Thank you for tuning in.
It's the way that they present it, because a lot of times we feel like as women that is childish because they may storm out the room, you know, slam cabinets, or
Punch holes in walls.
Oh, all that? Really? Punch holes in the wall?
Hey,
So you don't get it?
But it's got to be right.
Anyway, and that does not make us want to just be like, you know what, baby, then just come get it. No, absolutely not. That makes you more unattracted to, I hate to say unattracted, but unattracted to the thought of being intimate, because it's like he acting like a child, or he acting like a kid, or you just, the way that you're handling this rejection at this time is just unattractive. And so a lot of times, ladies, I know when like he's saying that they feel powerless and unloved and all that.
We got a question.
You thinking like, no, he don't, no, he ain't, because the way he act, he just pissed. But they're frustrated, and because they feel powerless, because they can't just take it from you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's against
what can
the law.
I do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what can I do? So the frustration then turns to anger.
Married Men with Talk said, what if the wife just goes through it with it and treats it like a household chore?
Okay.
What do you think about that as a wife?
What's wrong with that? Is that bad?
I mean,
I'm asking you, is that bad? Because honestly,
I think
we do. You can put that on
Hey,
your.
Renee. Hey, Kent.
You can, as a woman, put that on your to-do list, because especially if you're a mom and you got other things going on, it's just like, dang. But I know I gotta meet this particular need for him, because this is a core need. But at the end of the day, sometimes you're just spent and exhausted. So you have to mentally put that on your to-do list. Now, if she's treating it like it's a chore, did you say that? If she treats it like it's a chore, then that's something that's a different type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna lay here. Just get done. Hurry up. You finished? You know, that kind of stuff. So, and that, ladies, because I'm gonna say this too, a lot of men will say, well, you ain't gotta do nothing, you can just lay there. And that's what they mouth say. But if you do that and you continue to do that, that starts to chip away at the ego. Because they want to know that they doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anyway, so what do you feel about that? Because I know for me personally, I will put it on my to-do list. Like, okay, I gotta do this. Oh, and then we gotta have sex tonight and then do it because it's Tuesday, it's Thursday. I told him yesterday we'll do it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So
Sexy Tuesday. So my thoughts on that is, like, I think that it just depends on the person, because some people are like, you know what? Something is better than nothing. Hey, Leah, something is better than nothing. And so it's better to have, to me, it's better to have a whole lot of something than a whole lot of nothing. So
a whole lot of something.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's like, for example, I'm going to charge $19.95 for this service. Well, my fee is $29. Well, I'm only going to give you $19.95. Well, my fee is $29.95. Okay, well, I'm not going to pay your fee.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So with
Oh God.
Sorry, guys. We had some.
That scared me.
Oh shoot.
Like,
Okay.
what you doing?
Hold on, y'all.
So he's knocking the phone down, and things are falling apart right now.
Like literally, my so, y'all hold on.
Is it on? Is it still on Instagram?
I hope so. Y'all give us a second. Here, pull that up and keep talking.
You can't do that, Damien. Oh, I think you. What's the name?
Okay.
So sorry, guys. We having some technical difficulties.
Hold on, y'all, because I don't know what this thing is doing. It was not supposed to do that. All right.
Because if you can go back live,
Oh man.
you gonna have to end. You probably have to end it.
I did end it.
No, but you know how like you delete it or something.
How you do that?
What happened?
It just popped out the holder. Sorry, y'all. It was just sitting there and it popped out the holder. More. Let's see what more does. Delete. I guess.
Yeah, and then just go back live again.
All right.
So, start the live video. Yeah, that's the only way you can do it right now.
That was crazy.
That was kind of crazy.
See? Don't nobody want to hear this. Not even the phones. The phones must be women. They women phones.
Thanks, Stan.
Appreciate it. That thing popped off that holder. It was like, pow!
But why is the connection tripping now?
I don't know. We'll give it a second. Hold on, y'all. We have, you know, when you do live, this is what happens. Okay, we back. All right, y'all.
Sorry, y'all.
We're sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. Hopefully, people will come back.
They probably will.
Okay, there we go. People coming back. Sorry about that, everybody.
Hey, y'all, welcome back. Sorry, that was an accident. The phone popped out the holder, and he accidentally, deleted the video. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you were saying something about 1995 and 29.
Oh, because, I think about there's a lot, how successful is that situation if nothing gets accomplished? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if it doesn't happen, you didn't make it to that point.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see if Married Men Don't Talk had
Married for Real Marriage, Made for Marriage join. Hey.
Hi, Made for Marriage. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And so, I'm not sure.
It's my phone. I better not touch it.
Please don't.
Like that.
Okay, so you were saying, so it's better. Somebody posed the question: what if What was the question? What if
It's like a chore.
your wife goes through or the spouse goes through and she treats, sex with her husband as a chore? And we were just basically answering his question. So I said, for me personally, I can only speak for me, that a lot of times it actually does feel like a chore because you have so much other stuff to do. And for men, y'all have a steady on button. It's like always, it don't matter, what happened during the day or what's been going on, or, and sometimes I think as men get older, that will start to change. But for the most part, it doesn't. You say that, but for some men that are older, they do slow down in that area. But for women who especially have children, and not just even have children, but we're wired a different way. And so we're emotional as well. And because everything is all relative. And so if we're having a bad day, or if, we may be dealing with something that's, at the time could be traumatic, or, you could be having some health issues or something like that. All of that stuff does play a part in you feeling sexual. And then another thing too with women is a lot of times if we don't feel sexy, we don't feel sexual. And so like for me personally, ladies, what I had to start doing, because I went through a phase where I didn't feel sexy because this gut and this inner tube and this fupa, and you just like, I'm gaining all this weight. And
Did you say fupa?
Fupa.
I've never heard that.
I can't tell y'all what it means right here. It's called you just look it up.
Fupa.
Look up the Urban Dictionary of FUPA.
Fupa?
Yes. So anyway, you just start to gain weight. You could be, women deal with hair loss. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that we deal with. We are emotional creatures. And I think because men are so different, they don't understand that plays a part in us feeling sexual. And it doesn't have anything to do with you, because sometimes guys can internalize that, and they feel like, it may be me. Maybe she's not attracted to me anymore. Maybe I ain't holding down, my responsibilities as a man, because it may be something that you're not doing. And so you may internalize it, but in some instances, oftentimes it's not that at all. It's just her. And so I think also guys have to also be mindful of. Thank you, Miss Ashley 12. Thank you.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. That took me by surprise right there.
And so anyway, and to her point, what I had to start doing, I started working out, so I started to feel better about myself. Go buy you some cute little panties, or buy you, a cute little outfit to wear around the house, something that's gonna make you feel good about yourself. So that way, and then, guys, make sure you compliment your woman too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you don't just be like, come on, give me some, girl, and you ain't never said, baby, you look good, or, you still do it for me, you're beautiful, whatever the case may be. All of that stuff, it's not just that she's saying no.
So you're saying there's
an underlying, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Most of the time it always is, because sex is fun. You know what I'm saying? But think about how you feel when you're exhausted. Even the thing you love to do, because me, I'm a shopper. I will shop till I drop. When I go shopping, I ain't even lying, I pack lunches because I don't want to stop to eat. So I just have me some little granola bars and grapes and sandwiches.
She's not lying. She carries a bag of stuff around so you don't want to stop shopping.
I don't want to stop. So I love to shop. But even when I'm tired, even that is like I can't do it. It's like a chore. Like, you want me to do what?
It's all foreign to me.
So anyway, there you go.
Man.
And then just to recap too, sometimes guys will say, you ain't gotta do nothing. You can just lay there. You can just lay there. You ain't gotta do nothing. And then if you really do that and you start doing that for real, that's gonna start chipping away at their ego. You laying there like a carcass. Says some roadkill, and it's like he could be putting in his best work, and you just like, you done? You know what I'm saying?
You just full of words tonight. Carcass and fupas, and I'm waiting for the next one.
Okay. But go ahead.
So I didn't bring this up the other night, but I wanted to address it, tonight. So what about when you are, in the relationship or whatever. And like one of the things that guys says is, why would you, if you know that this is one of my core needs as a man, why would you put me out there like that? Why would you send me out here knowing? I mean, there are TV shows now about side chicks and so on and so forth. And I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and he told me we started doing the numbers about how much time you spend away from home just trying to provide and have provision and everything like that. And so why send him out there? So you sending him to the meat factory, and he's a carnivore. Mm-hmm. So why would you send him out there? Because this is what guys want to know. Why are you sending him out there that way? And I have a thought but I'm not going to say it. But why do women send their husbands out to the meat market starving?
Tell me what your thought is, though, first. Tell me what your thought is.
What's my thought?
You said I have a thought, but I'm not going to say it.
No. It's a saying. It's a saying, but it's no, it's not a thought. It's just a saying. But
so any women out there who'd like to chime in on that? Hey, Aaron, Crystal Mitchell. Hey, Rotavia. Hey, girl. If y'all want to chime in, why you send your man
to the meat
market and he's a carnivore? Whatever this analogy is, he doesn't brought
meat.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Meat
I know
in
what
the
it
meat
means.
Market.
I know what it means.
Fupa.
You done learned a new word today, Lord.
Does any ladies want to chime in on that?
Miss Johnson. Hi, Mrs. Johnson, 1967. Hey, cousin. We Johnsons too. Meat market is what? The club?
No, meat market could be the job.
Meat market is
the corporate America.
Meat market is anytime you step outside your front door. That's the meat market.
Yeah.
Because the meat market could be your neighbor. It could be the chick at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? The job, like, did you just say that?
I said the job.
That happens like 80% of the time because you spend so much time there.
Right. You spend more time with strange. Well, he better be vegan.
All right there, Ursi. High five, girl.
What's up, Bob? But and see, that's the way our minds think. It's like, if you know that this is important, and this is one of the things I shared on the broadcast, I said that's one of our ultimate expressions of love for our wives is intimacy.
Oh, it looks so weird. I'm sorry, go ahead, y'all.
Okay. But why? Oh, my battery must be too hot.
What the? You is just tonight. You ain't.
I might need to upgrade my phone, y'all. Okay.
So, what if the tables are turned? What would that fly with y'all, men?
Answer the question first.
Okay, so here's how I feel about that.
Okay.
When men say, "Why you leaving me out here in the streets?" or "Why you sending me out here naked?" or "Why you out here
in these streets
naked?" Yeah, why you got me out here in these streets? Basically horny. That's what you're saying. It's like, I think that sometimes men feel like we are intentionally thinking, I ain't even do with him tonight. He's just gonna have to go on out there with a hard penis. He'll be alright. Like, we ain't just like thinking, I ain't doing it with him enough, and so these women can get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not uppermost in your mind, because the same thing could be said for, there you go. Y'all have to excuse him tonight, because we should have switched phones.
It's not me. I promise it's not me.
That's okay. That looks better.
Okay.
So
I need a safety piece.
Dang, I forgot what was I saying?
Meat market.
So it's the same thing with women. You know, she could say, "Why you leaving me out here open like this? Because you're not providing for me the things that I need for you." If sex is a core need for a man, so women have core needs as well, and they're not always being met by their spouse. Oh Lord, they're not always being met by the husband. So, oh my God.
I'm gonna bootleg it.
Okay, if that's gonna work, if that'll work.
I need to pee it. Keep talking.
I'm so distracted by this. And so are they.
Sorry, y'all. I need to call Amazon and say, hey, this product is defective.
It really, really is today. And so anyway, there are a lot of things that, we feel like as women that y'all don't do for us every single day either. So, when you think about sex is probably, I would say, I'm saying 10% of a relationship. 10, I would say 10. It could
Depends
be,
on who you ask.
It could be less. No, I'm saying, in the grand scheme of things, if you look at, that's not long enough.
I'm finna break this. Keep talking. I'm finna fix it.
Okay, so if in the grand scheme of things, if you look at a marriage or a relationship, sex is a small part of that. It really is, and I know you saying it depends on who you ask, but it doesn't really depend on who
That's a good point.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It doesn't really depend on who you ask, because if you think about it, just think about it. How much in a relationship if you've been with somebody for 2 years, how much of that was sex out of 365 days? How much of that was sex? And if it is, it's probably like a 30-minute session here, 10 here, 25 there,
3 hours.
Whatever. 3 hours of what?
Session.
What? Okay, the session, but I'm talking about the actual. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I think the common misconception is that men feel like we're sending them out here to the meat market to naked or and they are carnivore and they like meat. We like meat too.
Not much as we do.
But our meat is different. So just because, a guy feels like she's sending me out here into the meat market and she, whatever, and I like this, we have needs and things also that we can say, you sending me out here, naked. And I'll say this too, because for guys, it's very easy to disassociate or to separate sex and love. So like a lot of times if a guy cheats, he not necessarily cheating to leave his marriage, really. He just cheating because he wanted to get booty. Like they said back in the day. He want to do it, you know what I'm saying? But oftentimes when a woman cheats, she's most likely about to check out of the marriage. It's two totally different things. So you can't just say, oh, why y'all leaving us out, sending us out here to the meat market, for all these women out here. What is that? That doesn't even make sense, because when you're in a committed relationship, you're not going to always get what you want every time you want it. That's anybody. That's in life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's my 2 cents on that. Because it could be a woman out here who feels like her husband doesn't communicate with her well enough. He's not open and honest. She doesn't feel loved in certain areas. And so honestly, he's sending her out there naked. Because all it takes is another guy to come up and be like, you look beautiful today. Sheila. You look beautiful today. Or did you do something to your hair? Or, just little stuff that she not getting at home. Somebody is paying attention to your woman. Right. And with us, we don't see with our eyes. We see with our emotions. We see with our hearts. And that stuff tugs at our heartstrings when it's missing at home from the person you want it from. So, and a married man should keep his sausage at his home market. He sure should. Operative word should.
Should, exactly. Let's see, Mr. Johnson. I see, but men probably don't listen to you when you're trying to communicate with them when it comes to intimate conversation.
Go ahead.
What did you do?
Say that again. So what happened?
I see, but men probably don't listen to you when you're trying to communicate with them when it comes to intimate conversation. What does that mean? They
don't. Men don't listen to you when you because when it's time when they want to do what they want to do, it's like they have a one-track mind. And so like we always say is take it outside of the bedroom, take it outside of the house, go somewhere to have a lunch or have a brunch or, go to the Starbucks or whatever, but get your little boot in the bag and corner. And, and talk about some things because y'all talking at each other about the same stuff,
Right.
in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a cycle, and nobody's hearing anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my biggest issue.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So another thing that we were talking about the other day is that when you get married, nobody gets a pass. So as
Nobody
we're
gets a
talking
pass.
about all of this, both parties are just as equally responsible for taking care of the needs of their spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Everything we're saying kind of comes to a head at that point. Like, nobody gets a pass. Like, regardless of how I feel, you know what I'm saying, I don't get a pass. Regardless of how she feels, you don't get a pass. And what I mean by that is that there are core needs that both parties have, and as a man, a wife, and a husband, we're obligated to try to take care of our partner's core needs. And you just don't get a pass, because we were watching Chris Rock's special the other night, and he made a very good point about how as a man, you're only as good as what you produce.
What you provide.
Right.
Right.
And that's the truth.
It's
It's the truth.
It is.
I mean, any way you slice it,
it will always and
it's
forever be
gonna
a
always
double
be that
standard.
way.
It will
So-
always and forever be.
and so a lot of times in the male mind, we're thinking, okay, if I'm doing this, or I'm holding it down, or you see my effort, because, you know, as far as we're concerned, effort goes a long ways. Like, I understand and I know nobody gets everything that they want all the time, but I see the effort. I know that you're tired, but you're still trying to be accommodating to me, because guess what? There are many days when I might be as sick as a dog, but I know that I have to go out and accommodate you and provide for our family, and go out here in these streets and take care of the family. So it's got to be, the main thing has got to be reciprocity in everything that you do. You don't get a pass. There's no, well, I can't. Well, and that's another thing is in the event that you're saying no, you've got to keep the thing solution minded and saying, okay, if not no, then what? Then when? Okay, maybe not today, but today is Monday. On Wednesday, we're going to plan this thing out, and this is what we're going to do. So number one, it gives wifey an opportunity to prepare her mind, because I know it starts in the mind with you guys, and get your mind prepared for things to come. But then it also gives the husband something to look forward to.
Right.
So it's all about trying your best to find that balance in the whole situation, because again, you don't get a pass.
Right.
I don't get a pass. I don't get to say, you know what, I don't feel good and I'm not going to work today. Guess what? If that happens too many times, we ain't gonna have nowhere to stay. We're not gonna have anything to eat. If that's what my what my position is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so don't be, and this is another thing, don't be surprised if you know that you're not taking care of business. Everybody knows. You may not ever admit it, but you have to be real with yourself and say, you know what? I am leaving him out here pretty bad. Or you know what? I know that I'm not providing my wife with what she needs to flourish in our relationship. So you've got to be able to first take self-inventory of yourself and say, you know what? I got to do better.
Because I was just going to, that's my point I was going to make. The quality of a marriage is measured by both parties' needs being met. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're not meeting the needs of your spouse, then they're not experiencing a quality marriage. And so they ain't gonna come just running into your arms to give it to you.
Right.
If they feel like their needs aren't being met, that's not a quality, situation. And like, going back to what you said about, why do men feel like women send them out here in these streets naked, or send them out here to the meat market? But the way that women are wired, just by nature, when we love you, we love you. And we do whatever it is, because think about in the beginning how you are so in love with somebody, and you feel like he is my everything, and he making me feel so good. It ain't no nose. We doing it all the time. We in the car, in the back seat, whatever. So if you feel like she's sending you out here naked and or into the meat market and she's not giving it to you, like you just said, self-inventory. Why is that? Because sometimes what you think you may be holding down and that you taking care of it and I do everything for her, maybe not. Because if she's telling you no, it's a reason. It ain't just like, nah, I ain't doing it with him. You know, and it may feel like that for her and it may feel like that for you, but it's something there.
Right.
That's making it outside of, you know, just exhaustion. Outside of that, sometimes it is really just tired. But if you feel like this is becoming an ongoing pattern,
right,
and you just for no reason don't want to give it to me, you just rejecting me.
Right.
What's up?
Right.
Like
Something's
what's
up.
exactly?
If it, like you said, if it's outside of the pattern. That's what you said.
Outside of the pattern? What pattern? What do you mean?
What you just said. Like it was going this way, and then all of a sudden we hit this big U-turn and something.
Right. But and then the thing about it though is it's not even a big U-turn because it happens gradually. Because somewhere some needs ain't being met somewhere. Because what's happening is you saying no. So he's harboring some resentment, and people lie by omission because when you ain't telling the truth, you lying. And so now because he got a little frustration and resentment with you, well then, and you may not, it may be unsubconscious. Now you're not doing for her the things that she needs to be done. And so it's starting a gradual, perpetual process. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is what you feed grows. If you're feeding the rejection animal, it's going to grow. If you feeding the not having sex with your spouse animal, it's gonna grow and it will become a permanent fixture. Like for instance, say you put something out on the counter and you say, I gotta put this right here because I don't want to forget. Like his mom just had a birthday. I put her gift on the counter and I said, let me put this here because I don't want to forget it. But a couple of days passed, we weren't able to give it to her and it had been sitting on the counter for those 3 days. After a while, I didn't even see it no more. You just start walking past it.
It just became a fixture.
It just became a permanent fixture. It's a birthday gift on the wall. But then once you sit down and you actually just like, you might just be resting one day and just having to look over and be like, what's that gift? Oh, Lord, we ain't. But that's how it happens because we get on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? And so there's a gradual process. This stuff don't just happen one day.
Right.
It's little stuff that's happening that we may be just brushing under the rug, sweeping under the rug, or just, oh, it's all right, or he'll be fine, but he won't, and she'll be fine, she won't. So, because what it's going to do is just continue to mound. And so that's why I feel like if you really feel like, you know, your spouse is leaving you out here, man or woman, because there are some women who, are being rejected by their husbands. I mean, that's very few and far between, but it happens. And in that case, a lot of times there is really something going on. Like it could be a health issue. There could be some traumatic experience. Now, this is one thing I do want to say. You need to find out if your spouse has had any type of abuse in their past. Sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. Yeah. All that stuff affects sex later on. You don't think it does, and in your mind you tell yourself, I'm good, that didn't affect me. But your actions indicate something ain't right. Right. Why did you respond like that? Or why did I respond like that? So you know what I'm saying? It's not just about she just ain't giving me none, or he just not, you know, there's something deeper. There's something deeper there.
And so, somebody on Instagram said they found out that they have PCOS and it affects their hormones, and it doesn't always, and he doesn't always understand it. The feeling isn't there. Some days are good and some are really bad. The biggest thing in situations like that is, and again, this is knowing that you're, number one, with the right person, and knowing that that person that you're with has goodwill towards you, and you know in their heart that they're really about you. Because we've dealt with situations like that before, where she was dealing with some health issues, and you know the needs that you want and that you know desire and expect, those don't go away. They don't. But it gives you another level of compassion for your spouse, knowing, hey, what's going on? Let me make sure that I'm catering to you. What can I do for you? Because I know that that's outside of your control, and it's my job is to be sensitive to you in that area, so that I can make sure that I'm giving you what you need, because the willingness may be there, but you may not be physically able to perform that particular thing.
Absolutely.
So I have to be understanding, and that's our job as men, is to be understanding when those types of things happen.
Right. And then, you know, like he always says, you know, be willing to give the grace that you may one day need, because just like you said, he's not understanding to you right now. Okay, this is your season. What if he becomes impotent? What if something happens where he ain't able to get it up, or he ain't able to perform in the way that he needs to? Are you going to be understanding?
Right.
Are you going to be able to, you know, and most of the time women are, because we are who we're with. When you have our heart, you have us. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that you feel like he's not understanding. If in marriage, what? And I think you said your boyfriend. So when you get married, if y'all are talking marriage, what happens then if there's a health issue and you're not able to, you know, be sexual?
Hey, fella.
What is that going to make you feel like? You know, he didn't even understand then. Am I going to be okay?
That's a good point.
Do I feel like he's not going to cheat on me? Right. You know what I'm saying? So those are things that we have to really take into consideration now. But you always want somebody to be understanding. And again, because you may one day need that same grace. And that's just what it is. Just real talk. That is what it is. So go ahead, baby.
And then Married Men Don't Talk said, what about when it's the husband that's regularly saying no? To hear some of these women on social media tell that they're being neglected. So we always talk about the exception and the rule. In most cases, it's not going to necessarily be us, because that's one of our core needs. So if he's saying no, I'm not trying to freak anybody out or anything. Appreciate it a lot. I'm not trying to freak anybody else out. But one thing we've always said, if he's not getting it from you, chances are it's going down somewhere else. And
like I mentioned earlier, like for men, low sexual desire can be a number of reasons. It could be that they having some type of health issue,
right?
That they don't want to talk about, because with men, that's embarrassing. If my manhood if that's what makes me a man, I don't want to tell you I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or then also it could be, and I don't want. I'm not trying to scare anybody or anything like that, but I'm just saying that could be a possibility, because we're not. Just naturally, we're not saying no. In most cases, we're not saying no. It could be a thing of, you know, you may not like the way you look anymore. You might have been a superstar athlete with the 12-pack and everything like that. And now you got married and you got happy, and now y'all sit up in the bed like I put on 65 pounds since we got married, right? And so I got happy. We sat up in the bed. We watched. I'm finna sound old. We watched Midnight Love and ate ice cream. You know what I'm saying?
And we eat some ice cream right now.
So, but as time progressed, I started putting on weight. And so sometimes you may not feel your best, or you may not feel like being intimate. But the thing about that question, Married Men Don't Talk, is finding out the why. What's the reason? Because by default, we're not wired that way. That's just part of our makeup. That's part of who we are, is that we expect to have that pretty regularly if we're in good health, or what have you.
And that's the thing. If you're in good health, sometimes guys are going through a midlife crisis. Like he said, there may be some body image issues. Sometimes if you don't feel like you holding it down at the house, you know what I'm saying? You may feel like, well, I ain't a man in the bed either. There are just so many issues with that and I say that for a man, because naturally that is supposed to be, you're supposed to work in that way. And a lot of times, like if you don't have a sexual desire, that could be really linked to a real serious health issue for guys. So that's something you definitely want to talk to your doctor about. High blood pressure, it could be a heart issue, and you just pass it off like, oh, I'm getting old, or I'm tired. No, you need to see what's up.
Get checked out.
Go see what's up. And if that ain't it, it could be a traumatic experience that happened in your past.
Or
it just go ahead.
I was going to say also that, we were listening to the radio not too long ago, and the guy said whenever he's depressed or he's dealing with something, it's stress, he may not feel that way. I'm the complete opposite, because to me, that's the ultimate form of stress relief.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say, oh no, I'm too stressed. No, I need to be relieved of my stress.
Right. And see, it's different for men, because some men do say that's stress relief for them. Other men
that's
say,
a good question. I'm finna get to you, Prissy.
other men say that, when they're stressed, they don't have a desire to do that. As a woman, for me, I'm gonna tell you, we don't handle rejection well. That's not the way we were built.
Instagram, can y'all hear us? Somebody said they can't hear us on Instagram. So let us know.
Make sure your volume is up, I guess.
Oh,
But
snap.
yeah, we don't. We definitely don't.
Yes, it
It's
should
up.
be up. Yeah.
We definitely don't handle rejection well. So if you are a man out there and you're rejecting your wife, you need to talk to her, because I'm telling you now, you putting her out there in them streets real naked, because we're not made that way. We're not hardwired that way. That's why most of the time women don't chase men, because y'all can you have a predatory nature just by nature. Y'all can just go from her to her, and she could be like, boy, please, ain't nobody finna, and you just go on to the next one. But if that happens to a woman, especially when it comes to your sexuality, like if a man is telling you no, you trying to get to it? Oh, Lord have mercy. Now you think you fat, you think you ugly, your breath stink. I mean, like, what's wrong with me? Why he don't want me? That is your battery doing something else again. That's really affecting your wife. And so let me tell you, it's really affecting her. So you may want to sit down and have a real talk and say, okay, babe, I want to keep it real and let you know this is why I'm telling you no. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Outside of cheating and all that kind of stuff. And if you cheating, tell her that too, because I'm telling you.
I got a question this Prissy wants to know. I'm gonna let you answer this.
Oh my gosh.
What if you're rejecting him because it's not great?
Oh, ouch. Hashtag ouch. Communication. You just
Why? Why is it not
communication.
great?
You just have to. Is it your spouse? Has it not been great? Has this happened over time? Was it ever great? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of stuff that has to be worked on. Sex, that kind of stuff, y'all can do things and play around with stuff, and
because
the biggest sex organ we have is our brains. Mm-hmm. Fantasy is everything. Because think about how you think about something, you be like, oh Lord, just because you thought about it. You know what I'm saying? So those kind of things can be worked on, but is it you know what I'm saying? Did it happen over time?
Right.
Or is it like, was it always that way? Or is it like, you know what I'm saying? Is it a size thing? I mean, because there are things that you can do for that too. Like, they have toys. There are things you can work around that.
Right.
You make it fun. You know what I'm saying?
And
I hear you.
And the thing about being married and being with one person is that nothing, as long as everyone is cool, everybody's comfortable with everything, you can explore. If it's not good, it's because why? What's the reason? Are you not telling him what you like? Mm-hmm. Or has he been doing his same moves since 1978 and you never
you like this girl
and you never liked it, but you never told him you didn't like it? Because guess what? You know how I learned? She told me what she liked. And so now everything is amazing.
Because the thing about it is, like, you think you're doing it, and for a while you'll let it happen. You'll just be like, okay, good, I think. But in a minute you're gonna be like, look, like that. And the same with us, the same with men.
Right.
If you feel like, and women, it's harder for us, I think, to take it sometimes. Or I think anybody, it's hard to hear that you're not doing something to someone's liking. But get comfortable with being offended in love so that we can fix it. Like, it's not beyond reconciliation, but you have to talk about it. Like, if he be licking you on your eyelashes and you don't like that, tell him, baby, I don't like when you lick my eyelashes like that. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about it.
That's real married men don't talk. They say sex is great until she says I do. That's a whole other conversation right there. Ursita said emotional hurt can cause the once okay to be not great anymore. So was it some emotional hurt?
That's absolutely amazing, Ursita. You're right. because that's what I'm saying. Like there is something. Don't want to step on toes, I guess.
See, you gotta talk to him.
You gotta, Prissy, girl.
If you want to get them rocks off, you gotta tell them what it takes to make that happen.
Girl, you gotta make that. Yeah, you gotta make that thing. What do that thing do? Because
forever is a long time.
A whole
for
long.
You not to be getting climaxes all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then that's gonna make you really say no. That's gonna make you really say no. Like, yeah, it ain't even good.
Silly.
See? That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God!
Don't be looking on my eyelash now. That ain't sexy. Like, See, and a lot of times when you've been with people in the past, you bringing in your past experiences.
Right.
Oh, girl might have liked that,
Yeah.
and old boy might have said, "Ooh, girl, do that." But I ain't him and you ain't her.
Right.
So we got to figure out what's going to work for us.
What's good for here?
And Prissy, you can't. The thing about it is a lot of times we're so concerned about offending other people and how that's going to make them feel. We never take into consideration what we feel. Like what we feel matters too. So I have to be honest with myself by being honest with you and saying, we have to do something about this. You know what I'm saying?
And it can't get better if you don't talk about it.
Right.
If he don't know, and that's what we talk about all the time. You can't hold him accountable for something you never tell him.
Right. Or her.
Either
right.
party. Either party.
Right.
If you're not saying that, what's up, Corey? That's family right there. If you're not telling him about that, then how do you expect him to know? You know what I'm saying? You gotta let him know.
And Warrior for Life, you make a great point. You do want to talk about it, but not during sex.
Yeah. No.
Like, don't be telling, nah, baby, don't lick it right there, right? Don't say that, not right then. But I will say this. Can I follow cues? Like, pay attention. And I feel like if you're paying attention, you should know patterns. You should know body language. You should know sounds. And if she stops...
And she do like this...
Put your thing doing something again. If she stops moaning, well, maybe you should stop doing what it is you're doing. Because maybe it's over. Let's go to the next thing. Let's go to the next move. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to body language. Pay attention to subtle clues and have awareness. That's all I'm saying.
And then tell him too.
But we're saying during.
Oh, okay.
Don't say it during. Like, you ain't doing good. I don't like this. You know what I'm saying?
You're horrible. You need to go out and be making me financially secure right now.
Because provision is all you got.
You's a good provider, and that's all. Married Men Don't Talk says sex is not a competition. It simply means it's a way to show love to your spouse. See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's our expression of love right there.
Yes, absolutely.
Real talk.
That's great. And that's exactly what it is. It's a form of intimacy and connection, because a lot of times for women, we ain't always just trying to get our rocks off. Sometimes it's just, I know you want to be with me. And as long as it's comfortable and you know what I'm saying? It's cool. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to always be this grand, passionate love fest. Like, that ain't even real.
Because what's our saying, what we always say?
Quickies save marriages.
Yep.
And they really do.
Right.
And I can only speak for me. But Quickies freed me. Let me just tell you. Because I think he mentioned earlier about women feeling like it's a chore, because you may feel like you have to have this great love scene, and we got to do all this, and we got to do all this foreplay, and this gonna take. Guess what? You meet me back here. 5 minutes. It could be 7 o'clock.
Clothes, whatever.
Exactly. So for me,
you can leave the hamburger helper bubbling.
Let me tell you, put it on simmer. I'll be right back. But I'm saying, for me, it freed me, because now I know. I hate to say it this way, but I got it out of the way, but it still didn't. For him, it wasn't like I didn't make him feel like.
Effort.
But I didn't make him feel like, oh, come on, like that. It was just kind of like, this what it is. It happened, and now he can think straight, and now I can just go back to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's finish the hamburger helper.
Hey, who's
I do kind of want some hamburger helper. It's been like 20 years since we had hamburger helper, but
that was
when we first got married, hamburger helper, and cheeseburger and beef stroganoff. I used to cook that all the time.
That's funny.
So
but yeah, the main thing is
Miss
just
Ashley, girl, you better say you right. It's the most.
the main thing, and that's kind of the tone here, is just having clear communication.
Right.
You can't fix something that you're not addressing, and so quickie save marriages.
They do, y'all.
Talk. You gotta talk though.
Mm-hmm. And not only talk, but listen.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a whole good conversation with somebody, and you get off the phone and be like, I don't even know. They be like, what was she talking about? Oh, I don't even remember. It was just you not listening. Like, we talking, but let's talk and communicate and listen to what the other person is saying.
Not what you gonna say back to them,
right.
but what they're really saying to you.
And let somebody's truth be their truth. You have to get comfortable. Be okay with being offended. Get out of your feelings, because that's one thing about being an adult. You gonna hear stuff you don't want to hear, but you gonna go stomp off to your room and slam the door? No, because guess what? You got to go back to work the next day. You got to go to that same store where this person done pissed you off. You grown. Like, come on. Now we have to start acting in maturity and with adult behavior. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm just speaking for me. I always raise my hand first because I had some very childish, immature ways when we first got married, because I didn't know. And it wasn't necessarily me being childish as a person, but me being childish as a spouse, as a wife.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The manipulation and the grudge holding, and you ain't talk to me, I ain't talk to you. There were times when we would go through the house for 3 days and not say a word. Do you know how exhausting that is? To try to make sure, oh, you about to say something, oh, that's right, I ain't talking to him. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time.
You don't know if you got no clean clothes. You don't know what's for dinner, because ain't nobody talking about nothing.
Like, it was horrible. It was the most. So
let's go ahead and wrap it up, because my phone is. I think I might have to upgrade my phone. Go ahead and tell them how we ended last week about the whole thing.
What about me?
Yeah,
you just really like that, don't you?
Somebody needs
you
to
like
hear
to
that.
hear it, don't you?
Somebody needs
you
to
like
hear
to hear.
It's my reality. I ain't gotta hear it.
So anyway, I just I made a commitment with myself, because this was hard. Now when our kids was younger, I was not able to do this. I was not able to commit to this, because when you are exhausted, you are not at your best, and you don't make the best decisions. Come on now, let's just be real. And it ain't just about your marriage, it's about anything. Sometimes you're so tired, you call in to work that day. Like you're tired. So anything that's physically involving, sometimes, exhaustion will make you make different, decisions or whatever. So for me, I made a decision to commit, because sometimes you can make a decision, but only the actions show the commitment. Like, I can decide I'm gonna do this, but you ain't never did nothing different. So I made a decision to commit to us and our sexual intimacies and all that kind of stuff, because I just know, for me, we have goodwill toward each other. And I know that he does what he does for me, and I'm, doing what I do for him. So I just want, basically, long story short, I committed to, anytime he asks me, I will say yes. And I know a lot of women out there, y'all already said, I ain't finna say I'm gonna do that. But let me tell you, okay, but let me just say, we know each other's energy, okay? So he takes into consideration, he know if I'm tired, he knows, like, this 5%, baby, it's okay.
Okay, he's gonna go fast.
He knows when this probably is not a good time to ask her, because I'm setting her up right now. So based on that, us knowing each other, I committed to, whenever he asks me, I say yes. Now sometimes that yes is with a caveat and some conditions that you got 2 minutes and I'm finna put this timer on. But I'm saying yes. Literally the timer on the phone. But so he likes for me to tell that story. So he said he feels like he may help some other women. Yeah. And you know what I've noticed? The more that I've done this, now what you feed grows. So now that I have started to commit to that, You just all smiles, ain't you?
I should be.
Now that I've
I got
started
me a
to
good woman.
Now that I've started to commit to that, it's not as, it doesn't feel like a chore anymore. It's not as tedious as it was anymore. That it's a part of us being close and connecting.
Mm-hmm.
It really has helped to build our intimacy, you know, and our closeness. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Take that, you know, for what you will.
It took a while to get to this point.
Absolutely.
But we here.
Because I just committed to this yesterday.
We here.
Started from the bottom that way. So anyway, his phone is on 5% and it's about to die. And we've been on here
we want to save
30 minutes over.
Yeah.
Time.
We're going to go get some in and out when we get offline.
I'm not eating it. I'm
going to eat it though.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Thank
we will
y'all
be
so
back
much
next
for
week. Next Monday, hashtag Marriage Monday. Share this content. Give us some likes and thumbs up, everything like that.
Hey, Miss Edmond.
Oh, yeah, she said it was her favorite couple. Thank you. We love you out of Atlanta, I think.
Yes.
Or no, Kukaluka,
and
Georgia.
The struggle is real.
But yeah, next Monday, Marriage Monday. We hope you guys come back. Share this with somebody so that they can come and check it out. And thank you so much. We appreciate everyone and your love.
Yes, we love you guys so
marriageisreal@gmail.com. Go to the website, marriageisreal.com. All social media. If you guys have any questions about anything, please let us know.
Thank
we're
y'all
here.
for the hearts.
And thank y'all
That's
for
so
the hearts.
sweet.
We
Thank
love
you.
y'all. And hopefully we'll get to connect and come see y'all one day or something.
Right.
Know?
Community.
So
we
let us
be out
know.
in the community.
Yeah.
And
The movement, the Marriage is Real movement is real. That's what we're working on.
We will be back here next week, same time, same place, 7:30.
Oh, yeah.
Marriage Monday.
And we're going to be doing a marriage conference.
Yeah.
March
23rd,
2nd, the third week of March. We're going to be doing be a part of a marriage conference in Dallas. So y'all check that out. We'll give a little more detail about it coming up, but my phone finna die up, y'all. You know we real. We keeping it real. It's gonna go dead in a minute. So, but y'all know how to get in contact with us. Love y'all, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.